I'm going to go on a soapbox here about Colorado, and I'm going to start to say that I was wrong about Colorado this year. I did not think that they would be 6-2 at this stage of the season. They have been impressive. They have improved week over week over week, and they have been beating teams that I didn't think that they were going to be able to beat. They've been beating teams that they were underdogs to. So all the credit to Coach Prime, to what he's done with this program. He has brought them to a level of success that the Colorado Buffaloes had not seen in a long, long time. And they are right now in a position to compete for the Big 12 championship. Like, I did not think I would be uttering those words about Colorado this season. I just didn't, especially after their start where they got blown out by Nebraska. They kind of struggled against North Dakota State. They Baylor into overtime. Like, at that point, I was like, man, I saw this coming. But they have flipped it around, and Prime has done an awesome job this year. Now, that said, this is where it might get a little controversial. I do think that he's not approaching it in the most optimal way for long-term success there. Now, he's able to rehaul a roster and leverage and lean on the transfer portal to be successful in the Big 12. And he's showing right now that this year it's working. Last year it didn't work. And we're seeing what happens with Florida State, who had conducted that model. Obviously not to the same extent that Deion did, but heavily relying on the transfer portal is a very, very big gamble. And I think Deion has the capabilities and he has the ability to go recruit whoever the hell he wants and bring them to Colorado out of high school. And he's really just not doing that. He's not placing a lot of emphasis on high school recruiting. And I think as a long-term, to set up your program for success, you need to have a very strong high school foundation in on your roster. When we look at the best teams in the sport, they are using the transfer portal, but only out of necessity. A lot of their roster is founded from high school recruiting. And I think that he needs to tap into that. And I think he could be some of the best in the country to do that. He can recruit top 10. He can recruit top 5 classes. But he's just not doing that. So, my point here that I'm trying to make is, I'm very impressed from what he's done so far. I think he can skyrocket. I think he has the potential to bring Colorado to a Big 12 championship contender every single year and be a playoff contender. And if he is able to recruit these kids out of high school, these blue chips out of high school, imagine Deion Sanders walking into your high school. He would just rock the halls there. He himself is the greatest recruiting tool that Colorado has. And he's not utilizing that. If he could tap into high school recruiting, the Colorado program will skyrocket. Now, on the flip side, if he starts doing that, then he will gain a lot of attention from other programs who are trying to rehaul their program. But I'm not sure some of these big-time programs that are in the SEC or Big Ten or, who will have coaching changes in the next year or so will look at Deion as a reasonable candidate because he does not value high school recruiting the way that these programs, I believe, want to. If he starts doing that, Colorado can go to the moon, and they have all the ability to go do that with Deion there. And he has arguably two of the best players in the sport right now, and they are doing incredible things. They're both in consideration for the Heisman. So all the credit goes to Deion. He's done a fantastic job. I would love to see him take the next step and bring Colorado to long-term success as he goes on. Follow Big Body Ball CFB on all socials.